2026 California DMV permit test 1535 questions and complete answers. Question 1. Which of these statements is true about drugs and driving? Option A. Any prescription drug is safe to use if you don't feel drowsy. Option B. Even over-the-counter drugs can impair your driving. Option C. Only illegal drugs can impair your driving. The correct answer is option B. Even over-the-counter drugs can impair your driving. Explanation. Legal prescription and over-the-counter drugs can impair your ability to drive, including drugs taken for colds, hay fever, allergies, or to calm nerves or muscles. It is illegal to drive while under the influence of any drug that impairs your ability to drive safely. This law does not differentiate between illegal, prescription, or over-the-counter drugs. Question 2. Drivers must use their seat belt. Option A. Unless they are driving a vehicle built before 1978. Option B. Unless they are driving a limousine. Option C. And failure to do so will result in a traffic ticket. The correct answer is option C. And failure to do so will result in a traffic ticket. Explanation. Drivers must always wear seat belts and may be cited for failure to do so. Question 3. All of the following are dangerous to do while driving, which is also illegal. Option A. Wearing a headset that covers both ears. Option B. Having one or more interior lights on. Option C. Using cruise control on residential streets. The correct answer is option A. Wearing a headset that covers both ears. Explanation. It is illegal to drive while wearing a headset or earbuds in both ears. Question 4. California's basic speed law says. Option A. You should never drive faster than posted speed limits. Option B. You should never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. Option C. The maximum speed limit in California is 70 miles per hour on certain freeways. The correct answer is option B. You should never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. Explanation. The basic speed law means that you may never drive faster than would be safe in current conditions. For example, if you drive 45 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone during a dense fog, even though you are below the posted limit, you may be cited for driving too fast for conditions. Question 5. A steady yellow traffic signal light is a warning that the light is about to change to red. If you are already within the intersection when a green light changes to yellow, you should. Option A. Stop. Option B. Continue moving and clear the intersection safely. Option C. Increase your speed so as not to cause an accident. The correct answer is option B. Continue moving and clear the intersection safely. Explanation. If you are already within an intersection when the traffic light turns yellow, you should clear the intersection as quickly as possible. Question 6. On freezing, wet days, which of the following roadways is most likely to hide spots of ice? Option A. Roadways near the tops of hills. Option B. Roadways on bridges and overpasses. Option C. Roadways paved with asphalt. The correct answer is option B. Roadways on bridges and overpasses. Explanation. Bridges and overpasses tend to freeze before the rest of the road does. They can hide spots of ice. Question 7. If you are convicted of driving with an excessive blood alcohol concentration BAC, you may be sentenced to serve. Option A, up to 6 months in jail. Option B, up to 12 months in jail. Option C, no jail time, but you must pay a fine of $500. The correct answer is option A, up to 6 months in jail. Explanation: if you are convicted of DUI for the first time and you have an excessive BAC level, you may be sentenced to serve up to 6 months in jail and may be required to pay a fine between $390 and $1,000. Your vehicle may be impounded and is subject to storage fees. Question 8. You should increase the distance between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead when you Option A, are following a small passenger vehicle. Option B, are being tailgated by another driver. Option C, are driving more slowly than the posted speed limit. The correct answer is option B, are being tailgated by another driver. Explanation: when being tailgated, create extra space in front of your vehicle and do not brake suddenly. Slow down gradually or merge into another lane to prevent a collision with the tailgater. Question 9. When parking uphill on a two-way street with no curb, your front wheels should be: Option A, turn to the left toward the street. Option B, turn to the right away from the street. Option C, parallel with the pavement. The correct answer is option B, turn to the right away from the street. Explanation: when parking on a hill either uphill or downhill where there is no curb, you should turn your wheels so that the vehicle will roll away from the center of the road if the brakes fail. Question 10. When stopped at a red traffic light with a green arrow, you may proceed in the direction of the arrow if you Option A, first come to a complete stop. Option B, wait until the light changes. Option C, are in the proper lane and the intersection is clear. The correct answer is option C, are in the proper lane and the intersection is clear. Explanation: you may proceed in the direction that a green arrow signal is pointing if you are in the proper lane, regardless of any other signals that are displayed. Before turning, you must yield the right of way to pedestrians and vehicles already within the intersection. Question 11. What is the benefit of space cushion around your vehicle? Option A, other drivers can cut in front of you, improving the flow of traffic. Option B, if another driver makes a mistake, you have time to react. Option C, it inflates to protect you from injury in the case of a collision. The correct answer is option B. If another driver makes a mistake, you have time to react. Explanation: keeping space around your vehicle is important to ensure that you have time to safely react if another driver makes a mistake. For example, extra space around your vehicle may give you time to brake or maneuver out of the way of a vehicle veering into your lane. Question 12. A flashing yellow traffic signal at an intersection means: Option A, you should treat the signal like a stop sign. Option B, stop. Yield to all cross traffic before crossing in the intersection. Option C, slow down and be alert at the upcoming intersection. The correct answer is option C, slow down and be alert at the upcoming intersection. Explanation: a flashing yellow signal means proceed with caution. You should slow down and be alert before entering the upcoming intersection and must yield to any pedestrians, bicycles, or vehicles in the intersection. However, you do not have to stop. Question 13. What message will be found on a red octagon-shaped sign? Option A, do not enter. Option B, one way. Option C, stop. The correct answer is option C. Stop. Explanation. An octagonal 8-sided sign always means stop. You must always come to a complete stop at this sign. Question 14. A solid yellow line next to a broken yellow line means that vehicles. Option A, driving in both directions may pass. Option B, next to the broken line may pass. Option C, next to the solid line may pass. The correct answer is option B. Next to the broken line may pass. Explanation. Yellow lines separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. A broken yellow line next to your driving lane means that you may pass. Question 15. You are driving on a one-way street. You may only turn left onto another one-way street if Option A, you increase your speed before the turn. Option B, traffic on the street moves to the right. Option C, traffic on the street moves to the left. The correct answer is option C. Traffic on the street moves to the left. Explanation. You may turn left onto a one-way street that moves to the left if there is no sign prohibiting the turn. You may not turn left onto a one-way street where traffic moves to the right. Question 16. The first thing that alcohol affects is Option A, vision. Option B, judgment. Option C, balance. The correct answer is option B,
judgment.
explanation. Alcohol reduces all of the important abilities you need to drive safely. Alcohol goes from your stomach to your blood, then from your blood to all other parts of your body. Alcohol affects the areas of your brain that control judgment and skill. Question 17. A sign with this shape means Option A, no passing zone. Option B, right turn permitted on red. Option C, yield right of way. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation. A pennant-shaped sign marks the beginning of the no passing zone. Question 18. A pedestrian starts to cross the street after the don't walk signal begins to flash. The pedestrian is in the middle of the street when your signal light changes to green. You should Option A, proceed if you have the right of way. Option B, proceed if the pedestrian is not in your lane. Option C, wait until the pedestrian crosses the street before proceeding. The correct answer is option C. Wait until the pedestrian crosses the street before proceeding. Explanation. At a green light, you must give the right of way to any vehicle, bicyclist, or pedestrian in the intersection. If a pedestrian begins crossing the street after the traffic signal light starts flashing, wait until they have crossed the street before proceeding. Question 19. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A, use your left foot to brake. Option B, use your right foot for both braking and accelerating your vehicle. Option C, you should always brake abruptly to ensure stopping. The correct answer is option B. Use your right foot for both braking and accelerating your vehicle. Explanation. Use your right foot for both braking and accelerating. You should apply the brakes gently with increasing pressure, so that your vehicle starts gradually and smoothly. Question 20. Which statement is true? Option A, you should put on your cruise control near a railroad crossing to maintain a constant speed. Option B. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Option C. You have the right of way at a railroad crossing and do not need to stop. The correct answer is option B. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Explanation. You must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger, stop sign, or warning signal. Use caution when driving near railroad tracks. Question 21. Which of the following blocks the smooth flow of traffic? Option A. Slowing down to look at collision scene. Option B. Avoiding unnecessary lane changes. Option C. Using public transportation instead of your vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Slowing down to look at collision scene. Explanation. Rubbernecking, the practice of slowing down to look at collisions or other out of the ordinary things, contributes to traffic congestion and should be avoided. Question 22. If it feels like your tires have lost contact with the surface of the road, you should. Option A. Slow down by shifting into a lower gear. Option B. Ease your foot off the gas pedal. Option C. Slow down by pumping the brakes quickly and firmly. The correct answer is option B. Ease your foot off the gas pedal. Explanation. If it feels like your tires have lost contact with the surface of the road, you should ease your foot off the gas pedal and stay off the brakes. Do not try to stop or turn until your tires are gripping the road again. Question 23. When you tailgate other drivers, drive closely to their rear bumper. Option A. You can frustrate the other drivers and make them angry. Option B. Your actions cannot result in a traffic citation. Option C. You help reduce traffic congestion. The correct answer is option A. You can frustrate the other drivers and make them angry. Explanation. Most rear-end collisions are caused by tailgating. To avoid tailgating, use the 3-second rule. When the vehicle ahead of you passes a certain point, such as a sign, count 1001, 1002, 1003. If you pass the same point before you finish counting, you are following too closely. Question 24. Animals may be transported in the back of a pickup truck only if. Option A. The sides of the truck bed are at least 18 inches high. Option B. They are properly secured. Option C. The tailgate of the truck is closed. The correct answer is option B. They are properly secured. Explanation. An animal must not be transported in the back of a pickup or other truck unless the animal is properly secured to prevent it from falling, jumping, or being thrown from the vehicle. Question 25. A steady red arrow displayed on a traffic light means. Option A. Drivers cannot turn in the indicated direction. Option B. Drivers may turn in the indicated direction after coming to a complete stop. Option C. Drivers may turn in the indicated direction. The correct answer is option A. Drivers cannot turn in the indicated direction. Explanation. If a traffic signal is displaying a steady red arrow, traffic in the indicated lane may not proceed in the direction shown by the arrow. Drivers must come to a full stop and wait for a green signal to proceed. Question 26. When passing another vehicle, you should return to your original lane when. Option A. You can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror. Option B. You have cleared the front bumper of the passed vehicle. Option C. You are 50 feet in front of the passed vehicle. The correct answer is option A. You can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror. Explanation. When passing another vehicle, move back into your original lane only when you can see the passed vehicle's headlights in your rearview mirror. This ensures that you will have enough room to safely pull back in front of the other vehicle. Question 27. California's basic speed law says you must. Option A. Keep your speed close to that of other traffic. Option B. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. Option C. Always drive at the posted speed limit. The correct answer is option B. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. Explanation. The basic speed law states that you may never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. For example, if you drive at 45 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone during a dense fog, even though you are below the posted limit, you may be cited for driving too fast for conditions. Question 28. When planning to pass another vehicle, you should. Option A. Not count on other drivers to make room for you. Option B. Assume the driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal. Option C. Assume the driver will maintain a constant speed. The correct answer is option A. Not count on other drivers to make room for you. Explanation. When planning to pass, do not count on having enough time to pass several vehicles at once or assume that other drivers will make room for you. When you can see both headlights of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror, you may have enough room to return to your driving lane. Question 29. A driver should. Option A. Assume all drivers automatically obey the right-of-way rules. Option B. Assume most drivers obey the right-of-way rules. Option C. Always be prepared to yield the right-of-way. The correct answer is option C. Always be prepared to yield the right-of-way. Explanation. Although the right-of-way rules provide a guide to determine who should yield the right-of-way at an intersection, no one should assume they automatically have the right-of-way. The situation and circumstances at an intersection must always be considered. Drivers should yield their legal right-of-way if it can help prevent a collision. Question 30. Which of the following is most likely to be slippery in cold weather after snow or rain? Option A. A hilly, open road. Option B. A residential road. Option C. A road in a shaded area. The correct answer is option C. A road in a shaded area. Explanation. On cold, wet days, shaded spots on a roadway can become icy. Shaded areas often freeze before and thaw out after the rest of a road. Question 31. A school bus is stopped ahead of you in your lane with its red lights flashing. You should. Option A. Stop and proceed when you think all of the children have exited the bus. Option B. Slow to 25 miles per hour and pass cautiously. Option C. Stop for as long as the red lights are flashing. The correct answer is option C. Stop for as long as the red lights are flashing. Explanation. When a stopped school bus is using its flashing red lights, approaching drivers must stop and remain stopped until the lights start flashing. If the school bus is on the opposite side of a divided highway, drivers do not need to stop. Question 32. A police officer is signaling for you to continue driving through a red light. What should you do? Option A. Do as the officer tells you. Option B. Wait for the green light. Option C. Stop first, then do what the officer tells you. The correct answer is option A. Do as the officer tells you. Explanation. You must obey any traffic direction, order, or signal given by a traffic officer, police officer, or firefighter, even if it conflicts with existing signs, signals, or laws. Question 33. Before you change lanes, you should check your mirrors and Option A. Never look over your right shoulder. Option B. Always slow down in your traffic lane. Option C. Glance over your shoulder. The correct answer is option C. Glance over your shoulder. Explanation. Before changing lanes, it is very important to check behind you. You should look over your shoulder to ensure that you are not getting in the way of vehicles in the lane you want to enter. Before changing lanes, you should also ensure that no drivers are attempting to drive into the same spot from a different lane. Question 34. When driving on a multi-lane street with two-way traffic. Option A. Drive alongside other vehicles so the drivers can see you. Option B. You should drive ahead of or behind the other vehicles. Option C. It is safest to drive in the lane next to the center line. The correct answer is option B. You should drive ahead of or behind the other vehicles. Explanation. Driving directly alongside another vehicle could create a collision if the other driver crowds your lane or tries to change lanes without looking. To avoid this, you should drive ahead of or behind vehicles in other lanes rather than alongside them. Question 35. You are getting ready to make a right turn. You should. Option A. Signal and turn immediately. Option B. Stop before entering the right lane and let all other traffic go first. Option C. Slow down or stop, if necessary, and then make the turn. The correct answer is option C. Slow down or stop, if necessary, and then make the turn. Explanation. When making a right turn, you should begin signaling about 100 feet before the turn, reduce your speed, start behind the limit line if applicable, and then make the turn.